If you have any doubts, you can let me know. Okay, I think no doubts. So let us carry on with our design today. So in this current design, we will be having a combination of has a and a is a relationship. Okay, has a is a relationship combination we'll have, and the design name is SBI. Okay, design name is SBI. So this is your design. Okay, so this is your design. Here currently we have one user. Okay, we have a user. If user is there, obviously account should be there. If user is present for a bank, account will be there for a user. So user and account can't be separated. Okay, when user is there, obviously account will also be there. So user and account has a relationship, and the level of dependency is composition. Why it's composition? Because they can't be without each other. User is there means, obviously, if for a bank, okay, user is there means account already will be there. Okay, so now account and SBI. Okay, account, whose account is there, which bank account is there? There is an account in the SBI bank. So account has a relationship with the SBI. Account is having a has a relationship with SBI, and account is independent of SBI. They both are independent. Okay, I mean they're dependent on each other, but the level of dependence is aggregation. So here, yeah, they can be without each other. Okay, we can have an account, and SBI, here we'll do late instantiation. Here we'll do early instantiation. User and account will be doing early instantiation. You can have an account. Okay, you can have an account, and you can have an SBI. If there is a bank, then only you can have an account. See, SBI is independent of account. Account is, yeah, dependent on SBI. Account is dependent on SBI, but SBI is not dependent on account. If there is no account, one person account also, SBI can survive. Okay, so just that is why SBI is not dependent on account. Account is dependent on SBI. Account is dependent on SBI. And here there is they're having a has a relationship, and the level of dependency is aggregation. And SBI is inheriting bank. Okay, bank will have a bank name, manager name, and it will have an SBI child. So SBI extends bank, and SBI has a branch as well as IFSC code. In SBI, okay, we have a create account, like just whatever, just one software like State Bank of India software. We create an account, we check the balance, we deposit the amount, we withdraw amount, we change password. So everything we will do. Okay, everything we will do. So let us take one snap of this so that it will be clear. So let us take a snap of it. Here it's a combination of has a and a is a. Okay, combination of has a and a is a relationship, and this is one project. Okay, mini project. So whatever designs we have done, they are mini project in core Java. Okay, so this is also one of the mini projects. So we'll go for taking a snap of it so that we'll be taking this for a future reference now. Okay, so we shall go for the design now. We'll go for pictures. Okay, we shall remove this and we shall keep this. Okay, we shall keep this aside. Let us reduce the size of it. Okay, just a minute, guys. Excuse me, what is that? 100 per dependency SP composition. What is this 100? Is Sanket? What is 100? Repeat again. See, here in this design, currently we have user account. User is dependent on account. If account is there, obviously user is there. Account is independent of user, okay? But user is dependent on account. Account is dependent on SPI. Are you getting? User is dependent on account and account is dependent on SPI. So they are having a relationship. Okay, they are having a relationship. They need each other, but still user is depending on account. If user is there, if account has to be created, user should be there. Okay, if you want to become a user for a bank, okay, if you want to become a customer or a user, you have to first create an account. You have to first create an account. So where you will create an account? In the SBI. So SBI is a one class wherein you will have a has a relationship with the account class. User is dependent on account is dependent on SBI, and SBI is inheriting bank. That's it. So if you have not understood, you will understand when you go for doing a design. Okay. Preeti, did you get it? It's very simple. Understood. Okay. So they are dependent, and why we are going for has a relationship here composition, because these user and account are binded together. Like they are having a composition and they can't live without each other. Here we'll be doing early instantiation, and you can have a SBI bank and you can create an account. SBI can be there. SBI is a bank. Okay, it can be without account also. So that is why we are taking account as a relationship with SBI. So account is dependent on SBI. Okay, so that is what, we shall go directly for the design and do understand the design. Okay, whenever you are not understood, you can let me know. I will repeat it again. Okay, so here so much coding will be there. See here, here we'll be having encapsulation, has a relationship, is a relationship. All the principles whatever we have studied till now, all the principles will be included here. So make sure you understand. Voice is breaking up, everyone. What about others? Guys, is my voice breaking, everyone? No, huh? Yes, Shivani, then have a look on your, check your network. Okay, guys, thank you. So directly we shall go for design. And first what we have to do, whom we have to create first. See, you have an option here. You have an option. Either you go create user account, then bank, or you can create bank account and user. Then you can lastly have to come to SPI only. Before going to SPI, you can create user and account first, or you can go to bank, then account and user first. Two options are there: user, account, and bank you can create, or bank, account, and bank, user, and account you can create. Okay. So what we will do is, we will go for this bank later. We will follow this procedure: user, account, and a bank. Then SPI. Okay. So yes, user, account, and bank. Yes, that is the natural whatever the order we will do. We will be going to. Yes. So let us go and create a class. And here, okay, 17 is there. So we'll go for E23. E23 a relationship. Okay, we shall go for relationship here, and here we'll go for a class user. Here we'll go for a class user. Okay, user has a, okay, let me increase the screen a bit. Okay, user is having a two attributes, that is username and contact number, which is not a private. Okay, so currently we are not taking username and contact number as a private. In case if it's needed, we can take it. So yeah, we shall give it directly. If you want, you can take here also username and contact number. You can take it. Username you can take. Contact number can be readable and modifiable. Okay, in case if we are going for a design, what we will do here, um okay, let it be. So we shall take user, user will have a username. So we'll go for string username. Okay, and long contact number. If you're making this as a private, okay, if you're making this as a private, you can make it private username and private contact number. See, username also can be changed. Okay, but there are so many procedures for that. Okay, so what we will do, we will create a constructor for class user, as well as we'll also create a getter and setter methods. Okay, we'll also create getter and setter methods. Okay. Yes, next. So next what we will do is, let us create a constructor. Okay, and there is one small way of creating a constructor here. Okay, that way is, you can go for source. You can generate constructors using fields. Okay, so generate. So constructor is generated. Okay, constructor is generated for the class user. Okay, and there is a super call statement. You don't have to worry about that. You have learned in easy relationship what is super call statement. And now let us go for a method, that is user details method. So public void user details method. And user details method, what we shall go for is, we shall check here if this dot user is equal to null. If this dot user u, okay, what we will do here is, okay, see, this validation we can take it later, so we will print it directly here. We'll go for username. We shall go for username variable, and then only two attributes are there. And next we shall go for okay, next we'll go for contact number. See, this is a big design. It might take whole 2 hours also, or 1.5 hours it will take. So make sure you understand. I am doing it slowly. Anywhere, any doubts you have, you can let me know. Okay, I am also seeing your comments here. Okay, in chat box I am seeing. Anywhere, any doubts is that, do let me know, because this is one mini project. SBI software we are building using core Java. Okay, so using three principles of hoops we are doing. And now contact number will be going for contact number variable. You can go for this dot contact number, or directly contact number, both are same. This dot username, this dot contact number. If you go for this dot contact number or directly contact number, same data I will get. Okay, so next we'll go for getter and setter methods for both. See, username also can be changed. Okay, username can be changed. Some people, what happened in the Aadhaar card, there will be one different name, and in in real life, like they wanted to change name, so uh, they can change their names and they can update. Okay, how see, you have to go. I mean, you have to meet a lawyer, and they will tell what is the procedure you have to follow, and there is so many procedure for this, but it is possible to change your name. Okay, you can know it if you contact lawyer. And I know, but I'll not tell you, because it's not necessary here. Again, you will go to a different story, so let us be here itself. Username also can be changed, contact number also can be changed. Okay, so because everything will be validated. If this both has to be changed, there is one Aadhaar card number. Okay, you can take Aadhaar also. So private Aadhaar, you can take private long identity card, or Aadhaar card you can take. Okay, Aadhaar card, so we can include that here. So usually I'm taking Aadhaar card. You can take driving license or voter ID, or you can go for a PAN card, or you can go for a passbook. Anything is fine. So next we'll go for long Aadhaar card. Then we'll go for initialization. This dot Aadhaar card is equal to Aadhaar card. It's fine. Now let us go for Aadhaar card number. Aadhaar number will go for this dot Aadhaar. Okay, Aadhaar card. So everybody is clear with this class user? I mean, we have to create getter and setter methods. We will create here. Okay, first we'll create getter. All getter methods will create, because user details is private. Okay, user details is private. Because user details is private, so that is why we'll be going for getter and setter method. Getter method. So first one for username. Why we use private? You have seen encapsulation, right, Himanshu? Himanshu, we have learned encapsulation, right? Yes or no? We have learned, right? Encapsulation. There, why we use private? Why we use private keyword there? Very good, man. We use private keyword to hide the data, okay? To hide the data for data hiding, okay? And to change the data or update the data with validation and verification, okay? We'll go for encapsulation. So here, majorly we'll go for encapsulation for data hiding, okay? So here getter method syntax is public. You have to see first, if you're creating for username, you have to see what is the return type of username. So that is string get username, get username method, okay, and we will be returning username, okay. Next, for the contact number, we'll create a getter method, public contact number return type is long. So next, get contact number, okay, and we'll return contact number. You can go for directly contact number or this dot contact number, both are same, okay. So contact number is done. Now let us go for the Aadhaar card, okay. So public void long return type, long get Aadhaar card, okay. We will be returning Aadhaar, okay. Aadhaar card. So getter methods is done, okay. For three attributes, getter methods is done. Now let us go for setter method. Setter methods. So setter methods, first one will go for username. So always remember, setter method return type is void, okay. Setter method return type should always be void. So public void set username. So when you are setting username, you have to take input from users. So string username, okay, and here you have to initialize the original attribute, okay. You have to initialize the original attribute with the user given data. You have to initialize the original attribute, that is username attribute, with the help of user given data, okay. So set username done. Next we'll go for get contact set contact number. So public void set contact number, okay. So we'll go for accepting contact number, so long contact number, then we will initialize. So this dot contact number is equal to contact number. So next, after this we shall go for last one, that is get Aadhaar card, set Aadhaar card, public Aadhaar card, okay. Then we will initialize the this dot Aadhaar card with the. So Aadhaar card is a one time thing, right? You can go for only readable, you don't have to modify, so you can't modify. So Aadhaar card you can go for only readable, because once you are getting a number, that number will not be changed. Just for you have to write contact number, you have to write full big. So instead of that, short form, this is a short form, CNO, contact number. In case if you want me to take a full contact number also, we can do. Are you getting confused? CNO, are you getting confused? This is a short form of contact number. Let me know if in case if you guys are getting confused, anyone, I will change this. Okay, guys. Okay, so yes, from top to bottom, if you're seeing, starting with user, okay, we are having three private attributes. Since they are private, you can't access outside the class. You need a getter and setter method. Getter method is used to read the data, and setter method is used to set the data, okay. And here, getter methods you can call, and you can use them in different class. You can call setter method, and you can initialize the private members, okay. Okay, Sanket, no problem. So we do have a constructor here, and we have a user details. In case if you want to take all the user details at once, okay. So we shall go for user details method, okay. So everything is done in the user. You guys got it, everyone? User class understood? Okay then. Okay. So we shall go for the next one. So as you can see in the design here, as you can see in design here, user is dependent on account. User is dependent on account. See, account will be there if user is there, but user is only dependent on account. So user account has a relationship, and the level of dependency is composition. Level of dependency is composition. So your account is there, so we shall go for a account now. We will create all the elements in here now. So one second. So we shall keep this somewhere here so that you will not forget. Okay, I think more than this it's not possible. Okay, let it be. We'll keep this somewhere here. Okay, so user is done. Now let us go for class account. So let us create a class account here. Account. Okay. So account is having a attributes, that is account number, balance. As you can see here, account number, balance, and password is there. So all are private members only. Okay. Here all are private members, and here, since all of them are a private members, okay, so we'll be going for getter and setter. As you can see in the design here, account number, balance, and password. Account number once generated, it can't be modified. Okay, so account number is the same, and a balance, it's both readable and modifiable, because as we withdraw cash and as we deposit the cash, the balance keep changing. So balance is readable and modifiable. Password, anytime you can read, anytime you can modify. But for the user, now you guys tell me, uh is it possible to see the password in case if you forgot password? Is it possible to show the password if user forgets password? No, right? Yes. That is why here we will hide the password. We will do validation, we will change everything. But for the user, yes, OTP you can use that. That you have to do in advanced Java. Okay, advanced Java you can get that. So that elements you can add here. Currently, it's not possible here in core Java. Okay. So next, what we can do here is mm, okay. So yes, we are in a design, right? So here now currently account number, balance, password. Password you can go for readable and modifiable, but for user we will not show. In the design, in the next class, in the user will not show. Next, here we can have three methods: verify password, deposit amount, and withdraw amount. See, lots of code gonna be included here, so have full concentration here. So we have three attributes: account number, balance, and a password, and three functions or behaviors: verify password, deposit amount, and withdraw amount. So let us proceed here. Uh, one second. Okay. So account is here. Account will have a account number. So private, long account number. Okay, currently we are not taking IFSC. Okay, you can, if you want, you can take IFSC. Okay, private, double balance. See, because we don't know what is a balance maximum, we can go for double. Okay, double balance. Okay, and then comes this password. So private. So usually your what do you call, OTPs are, I mean, sorry, the passwords are four numbers and six numbers, like debit card number, credit card number, passwords. Those are usually four and six. So int data type can accept four digits as well as six digits. So that is why for the password we are taking int. Okay, so password we are taking int. You don't have to take long and on. You can just take int, because minimum four or six will be there. Okay, so next, what is this password? Maybe in the form of alphabets. Okay, yes, Sanket, tell me what you if you, what in what form you have your credit card and debit card numbers password. You withdraw cash, no. In what form you'll have? Alphabets you'll have. Number only, right? That is why we have taken for the password int. Okay, you have to how you'll check balance in your account. That is why we have to go for integer only. Yes. Phone lock password you can go for whatever you want, but these accounts and all, in case if you want to check withdraw deposit, you need a password that is in the form of int only. So if you give alphabets, people will forget, people will tend to forget so many things. Again they can't contact the bank, so that is why. And again you can't generate password, it's a loss actually, so it's waste of time also. So that is why they have gone for int. So I think int is the best option, and real time also they're taking int only. Got okay, okay, Sanket. So next we shall go for account done. Now we shall go for the account constructor. Okay, we shall go for account constructor now. Go for source, generate constructors using fields, and generate. So currently we have one class account. We have a class account here, and now we have to see who has a getter, who has a setter. So all three has a getter methods. All three has a getter methods, and balance and password has a setter methods. All three has a getter methods, and a balance and password has a setter method. Okay. Now we shall go for creating. So first we'll be going for getter method. Okay. First for account number, public long get account number. Okay, and we'll be returning account number. Okay, so getting account number is done. Next, go for balance, public double get balance method will be going for returning balance. Okay, next. So after this get account number balance is done. Now let us go for a get password. So public int get password, and we'll be returning password. You can return normal password also, you can return this dot password also. So no, both are okay. Okay, so next we'll go for setter method. So setter method, if you see here, for the balance as well as password only there is a setter method. Account number, there is no setter method because you can't reinitialize or you can't change the account number again. So so let us go for your setter method here. So setter method will go for balance and password. So public void set balance. Okay, set balance method, and here we will be taking input from user. So input from user means we'll be taking amount. Okay, we'll be taking amount. So this dot balance is equal to amount. Okay, next we'll go for setting the password. So public void set password method. For setting a password, we'll be taking input from user, that is int password, and we'll be reinitializing this dot password is equal to password. Okay, this dot password is equal to password. So okay, it's okay. So pwd, let me take a full password. Okay, here also we'll go for a password. Okay, so now we have two getter and setter methods. I mean 3 getter methods and 2 setter methods. Getter methods are used to read the private data. Setter method is used to edit the private data or initialize the private data. Okay. Okay. Now, so getter and setter is done. Okay. So we have a account constructor, and we shall go for account details method. We'll create an account details method, public void account details method. Okay, so here account details method we have, and we'll be printing all the data here. So we'll be going for account number. We have to go for this dot account number. Okay, next we shall go for printing the balance. So balance, or we'll go for available balance. So usually it will be told as available balance. So available balance. Okay, we'll be going for this dot balance. Okay, next. So if user is having account details, then nowhere the password will be shown. Yes guys, here why we shall not go for password, because we will not print password here. In account details we will not print password. Why will not print password? Because in wherever you see password is not printed, user is asking account details, then without a password everything we can show. Account number will show, available balance, IFSC code, everything will be shown except the password. So when you're asking for account details, we are not showing password. Yes, to hide and keep it private. Yes, that is what we are doing here. Yes, correct. So here, as you can see here, main thing should be done here. User is having has a relationship with the account. User is having has a relationship with the account class. So what we have to do here, we have to mention user u here. User you have to mention here. You have to mention user u here, and this is how you achieved has a relationship. Has a relationship. This is how you achieved has a relationship. And see, the level of dependency is a composition. That means they can't live without each other. When they can't live without each other, when you're creating an instance for the account, user instance also should be created. When you're creating an object for account, user object also should be created by default. So what we're going to do is, we will be mentioning in the starting you can mention, and in the ending you can mention your wish. Okay, so we'll go for user u, and we will be initializing that here. This dot user is equal to user. Okay, so here when you're creating an object for account class, by default user object also will be created. By default user object also you have to create an instance here. After giving all the details of the account in the account constructor call statement, from the instance, you by default you'll also have to create a account for user. By default you'll also have to create account for user. Okay, so here this dot u is equal to u, this dot u is equal to u. Okay, now since we have user also here, now what we will do here is, we will also have user. So user u is there here. So currently user u is present in this class itself. So we using the variable u, we will be calling the user details method. U dot user details method. We don't have to go to the user again. So what we are doing here, after account number is okay, what we'll do, user details we'll give in the first. In the first we'll give user should be there, then below account should be there. Okay, user details as well as all the account number and a balance, everything is given. So now as we can see here, there is a method called as verify password method. Can you see? There is a method called as verify password method. So how can you verify password? There is a method called as we can verify password here. Get password is there. There is a get password and there is a set password. There is no verify password. So what we can do here is, we will create one method called as verify password method here. So public void, or we'll go for a boolean, because if a password is correct, we'll be returning true. If password is false, wrong, we'll be returning false. So return type we can go for boolean. We'll be going for verify password method. So from the input, from the user, we will be taking password as an input. Okay, and we'll be checking if this dot password is equal to user given password. In case if it is correct, if this dot password is equal to user given password, if it is true, then we'll be returning true, because the return type we have taken as a boolean. Okay, in case if the current password is not matching with the user given password, whatever the password is there currently in the account, okay, whatever has been set, whatever password has been set, if it is not taking, I mean if it is not giving true, then it's a false. So in the else block we'll be going for returning returning false. Okay, can we take if else loop also password? Yeah, password. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, man. Here I am doing all the things here. You can do whatever you want. We can take if else loop for password. What that is what we have done here. If else we can take. What is that? This is just verify password method. That's it. See, since you are doing an account class, so this dot password, if you take, where is password here? Here it is. It's here itself. In account class itself, we have password. In user, we don't have password. Okay. In account, we have password. So here currently only we have password. Password is a private member. So here we are just verifying, and nowhere will show password to the user. Password is hidden. And in case if you want to change the password also, in your very like your bank apps or applications, whatever is there, they will just validate and verify. They will never show you. And if you are giving same password, like have you guys observed while changing password, if you're giving same password, it will tell you can't give old password. So that time you can know that you are giving old password. Okay, other than that, nowhere you will know whether you have given a proper password or not. Okay, in case if you want, you can change that. Okay, so shall go for this. Okay, so verify password method is done. Now we shall go for one method called as a deposit amount method. Deposit amount method. So we shall go for a method here. We'll create one method, that is deposit amount. So public void deposit amount method. For deposit amount method. So for deposit amount method, we can go for um okay, instead of creating this deposit amount method, where we have, okay, okay, can you see your set balance? Can you say set balance method here? Yes, here only in set balance method only you can go for depositing amount. Okay, you can go for depositing amount. But here we are having both withdraw also. See, the why we are not editing this is, why we are not going for this method is because we want like this two methods we want. Okay, well, let us not disturb this method. We want two methods, that is to deposit amount and withdraw amount. So we will go and create one special method for that. So public void deposit amount method, and we'll be taking amount from user, amount double amount from user. Okay, and here listen carefully. Now you guys tell me, if account only is not there, okay, if account only is not there, is it possible to deposit the amount? Is it possible to deposit amount? No, it is not possible. We need to have an account first. We need to have an account first. So what we'll do here, we'll be checking if this dot um okay, so deposit amount, currently here we don't have account object, we are in the account class. So we are in account, when we go for SBI, there we will do. Okay, so currently what we'll do, directly we will take yes, directly we will take here. So for depositing amount, what you need amount you need. So what we'll do, when you're having amount into the balance, okay, balance will be updated. Now you guys tell me, when you're depositing a amount will be added or amount will be deducted? What message you will get? Amount will be added or amount will be deducted? It will be added, right? Yes. So for balance, for this dot balance, okay, you have to go for this dot balance plus amount. What we are doing here, we are doing adding. Yes, amount is credited. Okay, so after adding, so to the balance only we have to add. Okay, to the balance variable only we have to add the amount. So we have to tell how much amount is credited and what is the balance. So usually in your accounts, okay, they it will be visible, right? So how, if you have credited the amount, okay, if I put account for one user, so what will happen, that amount will be, that amount will be credited, and in a message you will get two valid points, that is this much amount has been credited and what is the current balance, how much amount is been credited and what is the current balance, both you will get. So here after depositing amount we have to tell, okay, how much amount has been credited, okay, we have to tell amount this much has been credited, okay, then we have to also show the available balance. Now we have to tell available balance. We can go for this dot balance variable, this dot balance variable. Are you guys getting it? Are you guys getting? Depositing amount, okay, we are going for adding the amount to the balance, we are adding the amount to the balance. And here, here, if amount is added, we will be getting how much amount has been credited, okay, and and what is the available balance also will get, available balance, okay, you will be getting that much, okay, we'll at least we will go for available balance is. And if you want to go for anything red, like red or errors, if you want to show, that is also option is that, that we'll see later, okay. See, for depositing amount, okay, for depositing amount, we will directly deposit this dot balance is equal to amount, I mean this dot balance is equal to balance plus amount, so directly we will add, okay, there is no any conditions here in account. In when you go to SBI, there will have some conditions, okay, here not needed. Then what we can do here, that's all about your deposit amount method. Amount will be taken, added, and we will tell how much amount has been credited and what is the available balance. That's it. That's it. So like this only we will go for withdraw amount method. Okay, we shall go for withdraw amount method. So how we can go for here, public void withdraw amount method. So for withdraw amount method also you need to go for, okay, okay, now you guys tell me, suppose assume you have 5,000 in your account, okay, you have 5k. Now is it possible to, I mean, okay, you have 5,000, you want 5,500 to be debited, is it possible? You have 5,000, you want 5,500, will you get it? Obviously no, you won't get it. Yes, you won't get it. So that is why it's important to check the balance and tally the amount, whatever the user is giving amount, no, we have to check that with a balance first. After checking that with a balance only, then we have to allow user to withdraw amount. So that validation, this is, see here and all, this is what we are doing, validation and verification, and still more we will be doing in your SBI class, okay. So currently here for the withdraw amount, for the withdraw amount, we'll be checking if this dot balance always should be greater than or equal to amount. Are you guys getting it? Always our account balance should be greater than amount or equal to amount. Our account balance should be greater than amount or equal to amount. It can never be less than amount. If you are getting less than amount, you will be getting insufficient balance or fund not found, I mean, some errors you will get, okay, insufficient balance and something else also you will get, okay. So that is why you should not give the amount which is more than the balance. You have to give the amount within the balance. So we are going for a condition, this dot balance always should be greater than amount or equal to amount. So in this situation, now in this situation, if user is giving a amount which is equal to balance or less than balance, if you are having 5,000, you can withdraw 5,000, and you can also withdraw an amount which is less than 5,000, okay. So now what we're gonna do, now we will, go for withdrawing this dot balance. Now, yes, you guys tell me, will the amount be increased or will the amount be decreased? Will the amount be increased or will the amount be decreased if after withdrawing? Yes, it will be increased or decreased after withdrawing. Yes, it will be decreased. So you have to go for minus amount. You have to go for minus amount. No, no, no. It's not like minimum balance. There is some banks which will take minimum balance. Most of the banks, you can make the balance as zero also. Okay, like ICICI, if you take, you can have zero in your account. Still, it will not charge anything. So we are having an updated version. Okay, SBI, ICICI. So they can go for minimum balance. I mean, there can be no minimum balance. You can have zero in the account. Still, you'll not get negative. That is what we are doing here. So if it is not also minimum 500 also, still this condition is satisfied. That this dot balance should be greater than or equal to amount. In case those banks should have, like, in case they want to check the amount should be less than, I mean, if the amount comes to 500, then you should not allow user to withdraw amount. That condition also you can get. One more if block you can have here. You can have one more if block. If this dot balance, okay, if it is less than or equal to 500, okay, if it is less than or equal to 500, then, I mean, if it is greater than or equal to 500, you can go for greater than or equal to 500, then you can go for this condition, right? Here most of the banks don't do that. Like, only few banks they are like that. See, in case I'm telling you, in case if you want to go for this, okay, it's like this dot balance greater than 500, you can add this. You can add this. See, even the old banks are there, like new banks which are just newly evolving, newly they're growing. Those banks you need to have minimum 500 in the account. Okay, you don't have any idea, I have an idea, listen. So here minimum amount should be 500. Okay, maximum any amount can be there, but minimum should be 500 for withdrawing. So minimum 500 you can keep in account, remaining you can withdraw. If this dot balance is greater than 500, or I mean greater than 500, okay, you can go for greater than 500. If this dot balance is greater than 500, then only you can withdraw the remaining amount. Okay, or else you can't withdraw the remaining amount. Here also extra conditions you can give, but currently here it's not needed. We are going casually how the banks will behave. Okay, we are behaving how we are understanding how usually the banks will behave. See, you can also do that. Just now I showed you can have n number of conditions, n number of if else's you can have, but currently this much is enough. If you want to upgrade, you can upgrade. Okay, so if this dot balance is greater than or equal to amount, then we are going for decrementing the amount. Okay, I mean withdrawing the amount. After withdrawing, we have to tell user that how much amount has been debited. Okay, how much amount has been debited, we have to tell. So here we'll be telling that amount. We have to go for amount has been, this much amount has been debited. Okay, then we have to tell what is the available balance. Okay, what is the available balance? So available balance is we can go for this dot balance variable. Okay, so yes, we have gone for this. Next, okay, so we have gone for this, that is this dot balance is greater than or equal to amount. If this condition is wrong, we can go for what we can do here, we can tell insufficient balance. Okay, we can tell insufficient balance. Okay, see, if you want to tell user in the red, okay, in the red color, you have to give a warning. So you can go for err here, you can go for error. If you go for err, this line it will be visible in a red. Okay, okay, withdraw amount is done. Okay, then next, okay, depositing amount is done, withdrawing amount is done. um Yes, verify password is done. So after that, what else we have here? Verify password, deposit, withdraw amount. Yes, everything is done. Okay, we have created a class account here. We have created a class account here. Okay, just a minute. Okay, we have created a class account here, and we have an attributes, three private attributes, that is account number and balance with the password. So user u is there because there is a has a relationship between account and a user, and user is dependent on account, so user has been mentioned inside class account. We have created getter setters for the account attributes, and we have mentioned the user u here because we are going for early instantiation. Early instantiation. Okay, we are going for early instantiation. Okay, since we are going for early instantiation here, so you're going for early instantiation, so obviously when you're creating object for account, user account also will be created, and we have initialized here. Okay, early instantiation you're doing here. Okay, and verify password, we are taking input from user, input of password from user we are taking, input from password as a user we are taking. And next, if the current password is matching with user given password, if current password is matching with user given password, we will return true, or else we will return false. Okay, if the password is not matching, if password is not matching, we will be returning false. Okay, we will be returning false. So for depositing amount, directly we will take the amount from, I mean, directly we can deposit. We don't have to validate. Like if balance is more or balance is less, it's okay. If balance account has no amount also, you can still deposit. So that is why we are not going for any logic here. Okay, I mean any extra validation we are not doing. So if amount is debited, amount will be added to the balance, and every time amount is added or withdrawn, we will be showing this data. Okay, amount how much has been credited and what is the available balance, both we will show. And for withdrawing amount, now you have a condition here. Okay, for withdrawing amount, for withdrawing amount, you have to check, you have to take input from user, amount information we have to take, amount whatever the amount user has to withdraw, have to take it from user. Then then we have to go for this dot balance is greater than or equal to amount. So whatever user is giving amount now, whatever amount user is giving, that has to be less than or equal to balance, that has to be less than or equal to balance. That means balance can be greater than or equal to amount. Okay, it cannot be less than amount, it should always be greater than amount. What if this condition is wrong? What if there is a 5k and you're entering 5.5k, you will be getting a insufficient balance error. Okay, you'll be getting a insufficient balance. Okay, in case if you're entering within 5000, then it will be accepted and amount will be deducted. And after deducting, here you'll be getting how much amount has been debited, how much amount has been debited, and what is the available balance, what is the available balance you'll be getting. Okay, and you have account details also. Okay, you do have a account details wherein user details also has been given, as well as account details also has been given. Here you can validate. Okay, here you can validate if this dot user is equal to null. Okay, if this dot user is equal to null, we shall tell to the user that, we can tell that user is not present. Okay, user is not present. In case if this dot user is not null, control comes to yes, control comes to yes. Guys, just a minute. Excuse me guys, my cat was disturbing me. Excuse me. Okay, so here in the else, okay, if the control is coming to else, which means, okay, which means there is a, there is a user. Okay, which means there is a user. So we shall go for so we shall go for a bracket here. Okay, we shall go for one more bracket. Okay, done. So this is about your account class. This is about your account class. I hope you guys have understood. Everybody understood account class? You guys understood account class? Everyone? Okay then. What about others? I hope everybody has understood. Any doubts in user and account? Anywhere, any doubts in user and account? You can let me know. Guys, be quick. Please repeat account again. Okay, sure. So, withdrawal. Okay, Lipsa, I will tell you. See here, you have, assume you have 5,000 Lipsa, and you are currently in your account, assume there is only 5,000. And you are trying to, you forgot that you have 5,000, you thought you have 5,500, and you are giving that amount into withdraw. Okay, you have inserted card, and you are giving the password, and you have given amount how much has to be withdrawn. Now, you have 5,000 and you are giving 5,500. Now what will happen? Will the ATM give 5,500? Will the ATM give 5,500 to you? Insufficient fund. That is what? What is the condition now? If whatever amount we are withdrawing, that should be equal to balance. Okay, whatever the amount which you are withdrawing, that should be equal to balance or less than balance. Amount which you are giving, okay, you can withdraw 5,000, you can withdraw less than 5,000 or equal to 5,000. Okay, you cannot withdraw more than 5,000. Got it now? Ipsa, got it? So that is why, okay, that is why here we are taking balance should be greater than or equal to amount, or else you can take like this also, amount should be greater than or equal to